Hello everyone, it's Liz again. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'll be doing a tutorial on this look, which is the no makeup look slash my everyday makeup routine that I've been going for a lot lately, since I prefer like a more natural look on most days when I'm not going to work or going to an event, because it's just like effortless and it takes very fast to create, you know. So I don't want to take like an hour, 2 hours to do my makeup every day. So I've been going for these more natural look, yeah, for like the past few months, yeah, and I really like it. In the past, I used to be very self-conscious when I had no makeup on or very little makeup on, but I've been trying to like embrace like my skin as is, hence the natural makeup look. Anyway, so for today's video, I'll be using almost all Glossier products, and some of the products are new, like I haven't used them before, so I'm going to be doing kind of like a mini review, like first impressions of those products as well. If you're interested to see how I got this look, let's get started. So I've already primed my face with skincare, so I'm going to start with the first product, which is the Skin Tint. So it's kind of like a tinted moisturizer. It is very sheer, like it barely has any coverage at all. And I use the shade medium. It just makes me look a bit healthier, you know, like not too pale. So on the days that I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, I think that just looks better, you know. It's just, it looks better than like really putting on like really bright like foundation. Yeah, so this color works well for me. And yeah, as I said earlier, it's like a very sheer like tinted moisturizer. You're gonna see here that it doesn't really cover up a lot of my freckles or redness. If you're someone who has a lot of like scarring or like, yeah, like from acne or, you know, sunspots, a lot of like really obvious sunspots, this is not going to work for you. Yeah, you might want to use something a bit higher coverage. What I'm going to do next is put on some concealer under the eyes. So I use the stretch concealer in the shade Light because I want my under eye to look a bit like brighter compared to like the rest of my face. So this stretch concealer doesn't give a lot of coverage either. It just gives like a very sheer like coverage under the eye area. It is very emollient, so it's not my most favorite concealer to use to conceal other than like the under eye area. What I'm going to use next is from the brand Innisfree. This is Smart Drawing Contouring. So it's kind of like a liquid contour and it's very natural. Yeah, even though on the days that I barely wear any makeup, I need to put like some contour on my face. And yeah, I'm just gonna use like a beauty blender to blend in the contour. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to some blushes. I just got these two cloud paints, which are the colors that they just came out, well, not that long ago. Like these are the newest colors, which are the Dawn and Storm, and I'm gonna use both of them. I'm gonna layer them. So I'm going to go in with Storm first. This one is kind of like a plummy shade, yeah, so it's a little bit dark, but I'm just going to use like a little bit of it. I think this shade will work great on dark skin tones, by the way. As opposed to like the first 4 shades that they came out with, I think those might be a bit too light for dark skin girls, but these two are perfect. As you can see here, it's like a bit plummy and wine color, and I really like it. And now I'm going to put the other shade, Dawn, which is like a bright orange, on the apples of my cheeks, just to give it like a bit of a pop, you know. This one would look perfect in the summer as well. I'm going to put like some highlighter on. I will use the Haloscope. Yeah, it's called the Haloscope. And I'm going to use the shade Moonlight and just put it on top of the nose bridge. And the cheekbones. This one is very similar to the RMS Living Luminizer, but more subtle. I feel like the RMS is definitely more like, it gives like a stronger impact compared to this one, even though they have like probably the same shade. Yeah, I would say like it's kind of like a crystal white, but the RMS is definitely more pigmented. Yeah, so if you want something with a stronger like impact, I would say go with the RMS Living Luminizer. And now I'm going to cover up like some freckles or like some dark spots on my face with the concealer. As you know, my preferred concealer is the Nars Creamy Concealer, so I'm gonna be using this because I find that the stretch concealer from Glossier is not sufficient enough to conceal like the problem areas, because it tends to move around. With spot concealings, I prefer to use like a brush because I think that it gives more of like a precise coverage as opposed to using like a finger. Now let's move on to some powder. So I'm gonna use the Hourglass Ambient Veil powder, yeah, to set my face very lightly. And it's a great brush, by the way, if you haven't tried it. Yeah, this is like my first, no, actually not the first. This is like my second Hourglass brush. So it does set the face really nicely. And the powder is also very light and it looks really natural. And now I'm going to set my under eye concealer with another powder, which is my holy grail powder. Can you guess what it is? I've mentioned it many times before. Of course, it's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light. And I carry a mini version with me so that I can use it when I'm like traveling or for touch-up, like for on the go, you know. But actually, I find it to be a bit too small, like for the price. This is like half the price of the like regular sized powder, but like the size of this is like almost like 1/10 of the regular size. So that's like ridiculous. I mean, I didn't want to have to like carry the big one with me all the time, so I got this during the Sephora VIB sale. But I guess once I'm finished with it, I probably won't repurchase this size because it's just crazy. Let's move on to some brows. I'm going to be using Boy Brow in the shade Black. You know how I feel about this product since I've mentioned it so many times. Yeah, it's like my holy grail brow mascara. And it's very easy to use, especially on days like this when I have like a natural makeup on. It's very easy to apply and it gives like a natural brow look. I'm going to move on like to some eyeshadows. I just got these two lid stars in the shades Fawn and Cup. Which one should we use today? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with Cup, which is more of like a pinky, like rose gold kind of color. Yeah, so I just want to use one color like all over the lid because I'm just too lazy, you know. Yeah. So let's see. So it just gives like a really sheer wash of color. I guess, yeah, it goes with the Glossier natural theme. It looks really natural on. It's definitely not as pigmented as like the Stila, like Shimmer and Glow or Glitter and Glow, you know. These are definitely more natural. Let's move on to some lipstick. I only have two lip colors, like the Generation G lipsticks from Glossier, and let me tell you what I think of these. I don't like them at all. I feel like they are just really waxy and they have almost no color payoff. Like no matter how many times I go in, the color just won't show up that well. I don't like the feel of these lipsticks on my lips either. Like, I don't know, something about them. I'm not in love with these. Yeah, so that's why I only got 2 shades and no more. I have the shades Cake and Leo, and I guess for today's video I'm going to be using the shade Leo since it's a bit more pigmented, because I know if I use the shade Cake you probably won't to be able to tell that I have any kind of lipstick on. It is that sheer. Leo is kind of like a brown, slightly brown nude, and also I don't like the smell of these either. They kind of smell like vegetable oil or something, you know, like it's not appealing. Now let's curl the lashes and put on some mascara. So I just got this mascara, which is called the Lash Slick, and the packaging is really cute. Yeah, but it's not waterproof, so I'm not sure how it would hold up on my lashes and in humid weather, since I always use like only waterproof mascaras because I'm afraid that I'm gonna get like smudges under the eye area because of the humid weather in Thailand, you know. But I read the reviews on the website and it says that this is smudge proof, but it is also very easy to remove, so we're gonna see how it performs. Actually, like the wand is really nice. Yeah, it tapers towards like the tip, so it's gonna be easier to use. I like that the formula of the mascara is not too wet, you know, because some mascaras, like once you first open it, like it's just really wet that it kind of makes your lashes clumpy. For example, like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, which is another one of my favorite, but that one, it tends to be really wet once you first like open it, and it does make my lashes clumpy sometimes, so I need to use like a comb to separate my eyelashes. But this one doesn't do that at all, and it's not too drying either, so it's pretty nice. And since we're done with the eyes, I'm going to put on some more lipstick as I find that this color is insufficient. Yeah, I don't like it at all, so I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown crushed lip color in the shade Cranberry instead. Yeah, so this is much better. And now I'm gonna put on the lip gloss from Glossier. I'm usually not a lip gloss girl, but I wanted to try this product out, so let's see. I do like that. It's not too sticky. Yeah, it's not too sticky at all. It's a nice formula. So here's the finished look. Do you like it? It's very natural, right? If you have any questions about any of the products that I used today, please ask me in the comments below. I would be happy to answer. If you would like to see more looks like this, please hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. I will see you soon in the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!